Hello friends, I welcome you in this session, and in this session I will be discussing how to best utilize this course and how we will go ahead in this course. So what will be the deliverables of this course? What will be the session objectives? First of all, how to best utilize this course. Secondly, what will be the deliverables of this course? How to get the personal guidance from the mentors? How to score 120 plus marks? What else you can do along with this course? So first of all, how to best utilize this course? To best utilize this course, I will give you two kind of guidelines. One is some do's that you must do, and another is some don'ts. So first of all, let us see what should we do. We should read the NCERT. NCERT build a conceptual foundation, and there are certain NCERTs which you can read, revise, and make your own notes till the exam time. For example, geography, modern history, ancient history, macroeconomy for 12, 11, Indian economic development. So these are the NCERTs which you need to read, revise and revise again, because they can be conceptual questions, they can be direct question in the examination hall. Right? Now coming to certain NCERTs which are less important. So for example, the NCERTs of the polity, they are less important. And some NCERTs which you can safely ignore at all. So for example, the NCERT of the medieval history, general science. So UPSC asks a couple of questions here or there, but you don't need to read the NCERT multiple times. And you can ignore also, right? So NCERT should be done in this way. We will be giving you the synopsis of important NCERTs which you cannot ignore, right? Now, you must read the standard books completely. Even if we will be giving you the PDF crux notes, but that does not mean that that can replace the standard books. So you must read the Lakshmikant, you must read the Spectrum, Shankar, IAS Environment, and whatsoever books you want to do. If you have already taken the coaching, follow your coaching notes, right? If you have made your own notes, follow your own short notes. So whatever you have done till now, that should not be undone. You should build upon that. You should not ignore that, right? Then you must follow the daily current affairs. So on a daily basis, you can spend up to 1.5 hours, and for that you can follow one newspaper for the prelims, for example the Hindu, and another for the mains, that is Indian Express. And you can either directly read the newspaper, or you can follow any one website for the daily current affairs. And at the month end, you can refer to our Crux magazine for the prelims purposes, right? So this is how you will cover the current affairs. You should have some daily study plan. So one standard plan we will be giving, so that you can complete the entire test and you can read the notes as per our schedule. And if you want to follow your own plan, that is also good. No issues with that. But you must have the plan, long-term plan, and you should follow that plan on a daily basis. You should refer the previous year questions. And why I am saying this question? See, UPSC, they don't prescribe UPSC syllabus of prelims in detail. So how to know that what all areas are important? For that, we need to refer previous year question. Now, there are certain less important subjects, as I already told you, medieval history, general science. You can safely ignore, because if you are good in polity, economy, history, geography, current affairs, then you can score 110 marks easily, 120 marks easily. Provided that you will not do any kind of mistake in the basic concept over there. You will be having a good hold. You should identify your mistake on your own, on a regular basis. So when you are reading the books, you should identify certain areas which you are finding difficult, so that at the time of revision you can focus more upon that thing. If you are finding certain things very, very difficult, you can discuss with your friends and you can see some videos, right? Stick to syllabus, very, very important. But now the question arises, how to find the syllabus? Because syllabus has not been given. So coming back to the previous year questions. Previous year question will give you an idea about the syllabus. Stick to the authentic sources. There is no alternative to the authentic sources. And don't go to the unnecessary sources. For example, you should follow the India book, but don't go to Manorama. You should follow the NCRTs, but no need to go to the ICSE board ICSE board books. There are certain don'ts. First of all, don't collect multiple test series, multiple notes. Even if this is your third attempt, fourth attempt, second attempt, and you have not qualified the prelims earlier, that does not mean that you can collect the notes of more and more institutes, more and more standard books. If you are getting bored, what you can do? You can buy a new book, brand new book of the same author, and you can start afresh. So that will give you a feeling of new book, right? Wait for March for practicing the test. That is not a good strategy. You should start practicing test from now onwards only. You might have a feeling that, sir, I did not prepare adequately. I am not confident. But your not being confident does not mean that you will not prepare the test. You will not practice the test. Practice makes a man perfect. So even if you can score lead marks, but at least you will get to know which areas are important, which areas are I am comfortable with, and which areas I really need to focus upon next time. Which type of question are being asked and how to read. So at the time of revision, you will have active revision rather than the passive revision. That is why practicing of test is very important. Even if you don't feel, still you can just open our Android app and start practicing when you are maybe passing your time, or maybe you are in a bus, or maybe you are traveling through any other mode, and so on. So you can you need not sit at a particular place, spend 2 hours. You can do as a in a fun. And when you are analyzing the test, then at the time you should have the serious analysis, right? Practice test regularly. Again, you can't ignore that. What will be the deliverables of this course? So as we have already told you, there are 3 important areas. One is we will be providing you the correct notes, second is we will be providing you the guidance, and third is we will be providing you the online test practice, right? So how to study every subject? We will be telling about every subject, right, in the upcoming sessions. We will be sharing with you the toppers' experiences. We know that a lot of YouTube videos are already there, but that takes hours and hours to listen to that, right? So we will be making a gist of toppers' experiences, and we will be sharing with you theme-wise, so that you have the best guidance. Short notes that we have already promised, and we are delivering as per the schedule. But these short notes should be taken as a revisional point only. So these short notes should not be taken as the base. These should be only the revision base, not the study base. Online practice test that will be providing you through the online platform. You can practice the test. You can compare your performance with the other people. You can compare your performance over the test. You can compare your answer with the right answer. You can see the detailed explanation, and then you can download the PDF with the question and explanation. You can revise that later on, and you can practice from the laptop also. You can practice from the Android app also, and so this is all you will be doing, right? How to maximize the score, that we'll be telling you through the online sessions. Now, there are certain people who say that, sir, we need the personal guidance. Although personal guidance is not the promise of this course, but we will be helping you out. So for the personal guidance, a lot of most of your questions will be solved through these kind of sessions. In the coming weeks, we will be making these sessions live, so that you can participate and you can ask the queries here only. If you are confused, you have a lot of queries, you are confused, you are depressed, you are uncertain, then you can WhatsApp or Telegram at this number, and you will get a mentor support, and you can then be happy and read. You can also drop a mail at this email ID, and we will support you. How to score 120 plus marks? You need to be regular. There is no shortcut. If you have 7 months in hand, be regular for 7 months. If you have 3 months in hand, be regular for 3 months. Consistency is very, very important. Don't ignore basics. Even if it is your second attempt, third attempt, you have already cleared the prelims, but ignoring the basics can actually make you the victim of UPSC failure. Complete today's work today itself. A lot of people ask, sir, what is the best strategy? What is the plan? I say, plan today and implement it today only. That is the best strategy. Weekly revision is very, very important. In a week, find at least one day where you will be revising entire week's work. So, if you are following this course, then ideally that day can be the test day. For example, if economy test is scheduled for the Sunday, so entire day you should be revising your economy notes, and in the evening you should be practicing the test and then analyzing the test. Practice test at any cost. I am emphasizing this thing again and again. We have already promised you 4,000 questions, out of which more than 2,000 questions from you will become the current affairs. So you will be rest assured, we will be giving you the best. You should balance the static and current portion, so don't be biased. If UPSC asked current affairs last year, does not mean that it will not ask static portion this year. Don't get into any self-made conclusion. Don't think that I already qualified graduation with the top marks, so I don't need to focus much. Or don't think that I am from the Hindi background, so I have less chances of qualifying prelims. Or don't think that I have sufficient time. Just focus upon today's work, right? Focus on weak areas, really very important. So for science and technology people, the people from the science background, technology background, the economics may be difficult, so you need to focus more upon that thing. For the commerce people, geography, science, it may be difficult, so you need to focus upon that. So for focusing upon your weak areas, that gives you an edge. Focus upon important areas, and these important areas you can identify from the previous year question. For example, for the economy, you can have the money and banking. For the geography, the atmosphere, hydrosphere, etc. What else you can do along with this course? So for the prelims, as I already told you, if you have taken some coaching, you have made your own note, you have already studied the standard books, revise that, right? Means for the optional, there are two kinds of people. One is the people who are fresher, and another is the people who are not fresher. Now, what is the meaning of fresher? Fresher means the person who has never given a serious attempt, right? So the person who has given one attempt but not serious, then it is also the fresher. Non-fresher means the person other than the fresher. Now coming to the optional, in case of optional, the fresher can continue the optional till November end, right? And from December onwards, he or she can spend 2 hours on a daily basis till maybe January, and rest of the time he or she needs to spend on the prelims. For the non-freshers, it is the February end. Till February end, they can focus upon the optional, right? And after February, they need to focus 100% on the prelims. And if you are insecure, then you can start 100% attention from the February starting itself. Daily answer writing for the fresher. If you have already studied the basic syllabus of the mains, for example, the ethics and maybe the means analysis of the economy, then you can start the answer writing and you can complete it maybe by the end of January. If you have done very well good study, then you can continue with the daily answer writing till Feb end. For the non-freshers, the people who have already studied and completed the GS mains course, I will recommend that you can continue the daily answer writing, maybe even 1 or 2 questions till the February end. In the GS mains, if you haven't covered any area, for example ethics, then you should cover that area till December end. And for the non-fresher, you can continue with your weak areas till the January end. So this is the broad strategy, and from person to person, this strategy can be varied from 20% to 30% based upon your own experiences, your own mistake. So this is a standard plan, does not mean that this must suit you or you must follow that, right? So main thing is that you are giving the output on a daily basis, and rest everything is fine. So with this I complete this session. Thank you very much.